Filipino immigration to America started in the period in history when the Philippines were under Spanish rule. As part of the Spanish East Indies, the first Filipinos made their way to America as the Manila Galleons, the Spanish trading ships that ran across the Pacific Ocean from Manila to the port of Acapulco. The Manila Galleons brought silk, perfume, spices, ivory, and other exotic goods from China to Mexico and California, where Filipino seamen who had been forced to work for the Spanish would migrate to North America. In 1763, Filipinos called the Manila Men made their first permanent settlement in the bayous of Louisiana. Early Filipino immigrations to America established the city of Los Angeles. In 1781, a Filipino expedition led by the Filipino-born Antonio Miranda Rodriguez were sent by the Spanish government from Mexico to establish what is now known as the city of Los Angeles in Alta California. The province of Alta California marked the northern frontier of the Spanish Empire in the New World. The first 44 settlers are known as pobladores. The second wave was during the period when the Philippines were a territory of the United States. As U.S. nationals, Filipinos were unrestricted from immigrating to the U.S. by the Immigration Act of 1917. This wave of immigration has been referred to as the Manong generation. This wave of immigration was distinct from other Asian Americans due to American influences in education in the Philippines. Therefore, they did not see themselves as aliens when they immigrated to the U.S. During the Great Depression, Filipinos were also affected, losing jobs and being the target of race-based violence. This wave of migration ended due to the Philippines Independence Act in 1934, which restricted immigration to the 50 persons a year.
The third wave of Filipino migration began in 1945, following the events of World War II. Filipinos who had served in World War II had been given the option of becoming a U.S. citizen, and many took the opportunity. Following this was the War Brides Act, that allowed wives and children of Filipino soldiers who fought during World War II to come to the United States without regard to any immigration law or act, which resulted in the migration of tens of thousands of Filipinos. In 1946, a year after the end of the war, the United States made the Tidings-McDuffie Act, or the Philippine Independence Act. The act granted Philippines independence and allowed 100 Filipinos to migrate to America each year, yet records show that 32,201 Filipinos immigrated between 1953 and 1965. The wave ended in 1965.
Fourth wave migration, 1965 to present. Immigration Act of 1965 allowed 20,000 people from each Asian country to enter the U.S. Those include professionals who were doctors, lawyers, nurses, engineers, accountants, teachers, and scientists that were allowed to come to the U.S. Filipinos were allowed to continue to join the military in search of a better life in the States. Assembly Bills passed in California. AB 123, signed by Governor Jerry Brown on October 2, 2013, that requires the school district to include the instructions of grades 7 to 12 on the role of Filipino-American immigrants in the farm labor movement. And AB 7, it was signed by Governor Jerry Brown on June 30, 2005, the proclamations of October 25th as Larry Itliong Day to remember his life and contributions to the state of California and the farm labor movement. These were proposed, written, and submitted by Rod Bonta, a Filipino-American California State Assemblyman representing District 18.